Hey guys, it's me, Jason. I'm going to do an After League vlog. So here is the deck that I use. Brokey sleeves. Awesome Brokey sleeves, baby. And 12 grass energies, and I found that to be a little too much, but you sometimes need leftovers, because sometimes they can be reprise cards. A Celebi right here. You know, more of a stalling guy. Just a stall, mostly just stall. The strategy in this deck is to get strong moves with few energy. So Tropius, I found it to be very strong. You need 4 energy to do 80 damage, but we'll get to the main Pokemon that helped out the deck afterwards, after we get through it. So yeah, Tropius, I ran 3 of them. I used this Yanma, mainly because I couldn't find any other Yanma for my... And I also used 2 of these Yanmas to use this Yanmega right here. Here's where most of the strategy comes in. It uses a Treecko, Grovyle, and Sceptile. It's hard because you gotta evolve it, but there's many ways to speed up the evolving. But I didn't do that because I felt like it felt unnecessary, and there wouldn't be enough room for the deck. So I ran 3 Treeckos. It didn't really matter what the Treecko was. I honestly didn't mind. But I liked using these Grovyles, the one with the ability, with the attack greenness. So if it was like the only Pokemon available, I can use this Pokemon to, well, let's say, because it's attack greenness, it gets 2 grass energy from the deck for not using energy at all. I found it to be useful. Now here's the powerhouse in this deck. This is how the deck actually works. With my Sceptile from, I have no idea what set, because this set is really old. I found it to be really good with its Pokebody, Wild Growth, for it uses all grass energy attached to your grass Pokemon. Provide 2 grass energy instead for each card. And then that's when this guy came in. When I traded this card with someone, they made the deck perfect. Trevenant EX, because it's Trevenant, it's a Keldeo pretty much. Wood Blast, it's pretty much like a Keldeo. If you don't know what a Keldeo does, for every energy of its own typing, it does 20 more damage and does 50 damage already. So if I just had 3 grass energies, this would do 170 damage. And that's only if you want to do it. You can keep on adding energy if you want. Which means that's EX knocking, unless they're Megas. And I also use these to stall out a little bit. Claw Fossil, I run 3 of these. 2 are different arts though, but any of the different sets, Claw Fossil. It's pretty much like, I use it like a Robo Substitute almost. Super Rod, just in case anything went wrong. I have Super Rod here. I never need to actually use this, but it could be useful. And I've seen many people who needed an energy switch in a battle. So I always stock at least 1 of these because I find people who need them. 2 revives to, like, you know, get that Tropius back, or Trevenant. I run 2 of them. 2 Pokemon Communications, just so, you know, to kind of speed up getting my Sceptile out. Not really, I don't worry much about the Trevenant coming out because I find it easier to get out. I just don't know why. I just found it easier. And I run 1 Pokemon League Escape Rope. This is a card that I got off of winning once. I run 1 potion, you know, just to do a little bit of healing. Plus power, you know, because if you need a plus power to do a little bit of damage, like just in case, I just need a little bit of damage more to do, because, you know, I hate those occasions where you just need a little bit more damage to defeat it. And then I found it to be very helpful during my battles. But not just in the league, but in friendly matches as well. I also run an energy retrieval just in case some grass energies go into the discard pile. But I find that not happening. I only use this if I'm going to use like an Ultra Ball or something. And yeah, I do have Ultra Balls in here. We'll get to that soon. Now, after these items, we're always going to get to the Pokemon tools. Well, they're technically still items. Run 1 switch because, well, I didn't find needing it that much. Because I use the Claw Fossils instead. If I wanted to switch, I just discard it. Like a Robo Substitute. Lucky Helmet. It's so I'm able to try to draw more cards. I need some good drawing power. This card is really good for drawing power. Because And because I have a lot of items that kind of reduce damage, such as we're getting to the tools now. The Assault Vest does 40 less damage if they're holding a special energy. So I haven't really used that because not many people actually use special energy for like weird reason. And Hard Charm reduces 20 for every attack, unless said so. And here's how I drew out my Trevenants and Sceptiles, because they're all compatible using Heavy Ball. I used 4 of these. It is if they had retreat cost of 3 or more. There's only 3 or 4 retreat costs, because I'm pretty sure there's no 5 retreat costs, because that would be monstrous. So I use the Heavy Ball to drag them out easier. And if I don't have them, I always have 2 backup Pokeballs and 1 Ultra Ball. I found using the Ultra Ball very useful, and there was never a time where I was struggling to find one. That's why I didn't really run any Skylas or anything. Oh, I have a Bianca. It's pretty much like a Shaman, but supporter instead. You know, I actually didn't really need this card much, Battle Porter. I might switch this card out before the next tournament. But I might try using a Deluge deck next time, using Blastoise and Keldeo, of course. Pokemon Collector. Draw out some Tricos, Celebes, Trevenant EX. Good card. I found it very useful. Silent to drag out those energies. Really, this was very useful. Although because I ran so many energies, I didn't really need to finding that useful. I only used it if I had no energies in my hand, and that was pretty rare. I run 2 Sycamores. I haven't really used this much, a little bit. I haven't used my Sycamores very much, but when I used them, they were very helpful with dragging out energies and other cards. And Ashana, well, I use this as a replacement for Professor Birch's Observations, I think. Because it's like in the middle between the 2 choices you can get. Now onto the stadium cards. I use Mountain Ring, you know, because I found the trouble of my bench Pokemon being attacked, and I really need to prevent that. And I found using this card was very useful, as well as this card, Pokemon Center. I found this to be useful as well. And that's over. I'll discuss some strategies a little bit that I use, because of course the Sceptile and Trevenants. But I also found that Yanmega, I use that to evolve because it's free retreat. So, and if I need to heal it, I usually just use the Pokemon Center. And my opponent usually never used that because I didn't really use Lysandres or things like that. I didn't really need that. So the cards I won I chose on the table were Houndoom Spirit Link, Super Round. I usually just take the trainers. And a really good card, this card, you might be seeing this card in the next tournament, but it's Judge, because I want to try using an Archie's Ace in the hole. It's good if you want to try lowering your hands, because it only gives you 4 cards back. It's like an N, but you only get to do 4 cards. So I found that to be pretty good. So I won yet another Pokemon League Escape Rope. This thing was really cool. I might not be needing it, but I found it to be awesome. And if you want, comment down below if you want to see like a collection video or how I sort my Pokemon cards. It's not really the best in the world, but you can check it out. Remember guys, thanks for watching. Good boy.